Mulan.
Why'd you look at me?
Oh, because you moved immediately when I said it, so you grabbed my attention.
Okay. Mulan.
Fuck Mulan. So you know how like Mulan's story is where like she pretended to be a man so she could go out and fight in a war? Well, there's like this one chick, they're calling her like the modern day Mulan.
Oh.
So her name is Tatiana, she's 22 years old, and she is a really tough female boxer in Russia, or from Russia. And she has admitted to lying about her gender in order for her to fight men because they were not letting her fight men. So she pretended to be a guy so she could fight men.
Why does she want to fight men?
For her, she's tired of hearing people say that girls are weak.
Oh, it's like the WNBA versus the real NBA?
Something like that.
This would be an incredible...
Real NBA?
This would be a great story. Well, this is a great story already, but this would be an amazing story if she never won.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like not like other girls, but on steroids.
Oh, jeez.
So this is what Tatiana looks like.
This is after she fought a guy.
Probably.
Like, you know, this is when she's fighting, but then also...
Oh, wow.
She was like pretending to be a dude.
Whoa.
She was pretending to be Vladimir.
It's close.
Okay, that's very dramatic, but okay.
Yeah. And so they're saying that she won, I believe, 9 out of 17 fights.
I think she just wanted to beat men up.
That's what I was asking. Like, what's the intention for wanting to fight guys?
Yeah, it's not a sexist thing. It's a physiological thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's sexist now, though.
Well, no, she just doesn't like the sexist like mentality around it where it's like girls are weak.
Well, right, but physically, it just there's a difference.
The amount of muscle that you can get as a woman.
Tell like titties, like even though it's small,
Yeah.
I can always tell.
She would tape her boobs.
Yeah, but I still can tell. Like I know, as soon as I see titties, I'm like, I salivate. I'm like, titties around.
I can smell them. Sometimes I can smell them.
Because girls, ladies, they're bigger than us, and I can for some reason like just sense that shit like a fucking hunting dog.
He's at the fight. That's right. Men do have little tiny nipples.
Oh, tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized
You ever seen the man boobs though? Like some guys with man boobs, they got some big hefty
I can
areolas.
always tell though. I can always tell like he just needs to lose weight or he has like big glands.
Can you imagine? He's at the fight. He's like, oh my god, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening?
whoa.
He's like, this is a man fight.
Oh, somebody's lying. Every time. It's happened a couple times.
So is this her way of saying like, yeah, I was a girl and you got beat by a girl?
Kinda, a little bit, because she did mention that whenever her opponents would come up, that she would try to say like not like almost no words, because they didn't want. She was trying to hide her gender as much as possible, so she didn't want to use her voice, and then they might pick up on it. That's why she would like tape her boobs, like shave her.
She didn't like being told you're good for a girl. Which I get that. Yeah. I understand
Dude,
that.
I get that shit all the time on stream.
Oh, especially like
I recently saw you tweet that.
Yeah.
I mean, female comedians get it all the time. Where it's like, she's my favorite female comedian. It's like jokes are jokes.
Yeah.
Like,
When I bring up comedians, I never say this next young lady. You're gonna love her. I always say this next comic, and you don't know she's a lady until I bring her on stage, just so it doesn't like change the image of people's head, because people will like change the image when they know that it's a female comic. I like comedy, period. So it doesn't matter like the gender. If you're funny, you're funny. But if you're not, I'm like, you suck.
I just like knowing who's coming though. So like for me, like when I was hosting, I was hosting a show, and I would introduce them as lauftresses.
Shut the fuck up.
And that way people can, before they come out, they know.
No, but I mean, like, to be fair though, I played with Gina for the first time like maybe a year ago. We were playing Apex, and I mean, like, she was insane. My first thought I was like, wow, she's amazing for a woman.
Yeah, not for a girl. That's a high compliment.
Yeah. But you know what?
Gina,
Is that because? Hold on, wait. Is that because she was up? Like, I think that can be looked at as like women typically don't play that type of game, like a shoot 'em up game.
A game called Apex Legends? Yeah, I think so.
Male-dominated industry. I get it, but this one's physical. Like, I feel like that's the only time where it should be separate. You know, like when it's comedy, gaming, like you're using your fingers. We all got the same fingers.
Using your mind, using your fingers.
Actually, and also it's interesting because in esports there are no female pro players really, and anytime that they've tried to put female pro players on a team or create a whole
that's
thing,
weird.
It hasn't done well.
That's weird.
But you know, it's also because like sometimes and it sucks, but like gender wise, sometimes we play to our strengths, and like women, we are like emotional, like mental gym gymnast. Whereas guys sometimes are just like, they can't get out of this, but they're very like objective and fact-based, which is why they're fantastic with like athletics and video games and things like that.
I'm not fact-based.
Like muscular.
Don't call me fact-based.
Yeah, but I mean like.
She said
even, like-
fat-based.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
Lord ass.
Yeah, like with boxing, it's very much like, oh, they turn this way, you know when to
Strategy.
swing. Yeah, very strategic, very, like, that's a lot of it too. It's not just the physiological part of it.
I don't know. It's an interesting argument because like I would like to see. I know a lot of women that use a lot of that side of their brain, the like the more analytical, fact-based side, rather than the emotional. But I never
It's
thought
both.
of it as a gender thing.
Yeah.
That
but-
shit's both, right? There's emotional guys, there's
Yeah.
emotional girls, there's very technical people on both sides. But
Right.
but
But with
physically it's
physical,
different. It's just
yeah,
completely
that's-
different.
that's the one
You're just
argument I
born
would
a certain
make.
way. Like guys are generally better
They have
than
different
girls at
muscles,
certain
structure.
sports, especially if they're both working hard at it.
Dude, have you seen on TikTok that challenge where like guys can't pick up a chair, but girls can?
No.
What?
Oh my god, I want to do it with you so bad. So like, okay, so they have you have a girl and she like puts her head on the wall like this, and you take 2 steps back, and then you put a chair underneath her, and she pulls it to her chest, and then stands right up. Guys can't do it.
What?
They get stuck. They can't do it.
Why?
I don't know, but it just shows that our bodies are built differently.
Can we test this?
It's a loophole.
Yeah,
test this.
You gotta have like a, no, you gotta have like a,
yeah, like a chair or a stool.
These chairs weigh 1,000
Chairs are
pounds.
too heavy. Oh, like that chair would work.
Or that stool.
How does that work though? Like what's happening that's getting like,
Anybody
it's like,
want to try?
yeah, absolutely.
So you get against the wall, and then you go 2 steps back. So 1, 2, and then you put your head against the wall.
Okay, should I put the chair in now?
Yeah,
good.
and then you put the chair in.
This way or the other way?
Who came up with this shit? How did they even find this?
probably turn it to the side so that the
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, to the side. Okay. So head against the wall.
Okay.
Head, okay. Then you pull to your chest,
Okay.
and then stand up.
Guys can't do that shit?
Guys can't do it.
Come on, Tahir, show.
Here, do it.
All right, so here.
And then I'll do it.
if it's based on like center of gravity, my hips.
You be the chair girl.
So
So it's even.
All right.
So
You get your head to the wall, looks stupid.
There we go. Okay. Now.
now 2 steps.
And 2.
so right here.
Yeah, and then yep,
And then line up.
and then put your other
Whoa,
foot.
it's falling.
Put your foot together. Okay. Okay. Put your forehead to the wall.
You got this, Tahir, for all men everywhere. We are better than them at sports.
Hold on, go down lower. 90-degree angle. Go down lower. Lower.
Pull it to your chest. Okay, now stand up.
Tahir, for men everywhere! We're screaming, Tahir! Tahir, we're crying out for help!
Everybody just shut up!
Tahir!
Shut up! I can't do it if you're talking!
You're moving your feet.
No! This can't be happening! For all men everywhere.
I never did it before. I thought I could really do that shit.
Before we go to Steve, sorry, hold on 1 second. To here, come into the camera here. Can we get a post interview? What happened there? What happened in the game?
I got paralyzed.
You got paralyzed.
It was, first of all, I would say it was a lot of pressure on my head, and I was trying not to mess up my hair, but shit, I got it here, and my body was like, "This is it. This is as far as we
This
go."
is the sport we could win, ladies.
Okay.
Hey, Tahir, do you have a clothing company here
protein.
that's sponsoring you that you want to destroy the reputation today?
Yeah, man. Whatever Steve is wearing right now is my favorite company.
Oh, hell yeah. Shit, they don't tell you
So
that's
there's
what
like,
And one more thing to hear, just for
Yes.
the viewers out there. Now, what part of your body do you feel like was paralyzed for this? Because we can't really wrap our hand around what the fuck just
I
happened.
couldn't lift my weight.
Wait.
I couldn't lift. I couldn't lift my back up. It just was like.
All right. Thank you. We'll move on.
Come over here, Tahir.
so get right up to the wall.
Okay.
Toes against the wall. No, toes against the wall.
I know what you guys are thinking. This just isn't possible. Let's find out if Steve Limo Greene can do it.
Limo Greene.
I like how we're doing sports correspondence. Boze, what's it like? What's the atmosphere down there, Boze? Right now, Steve is having trouble even getting his feet in the proper
I'm not
position. I'm concerned about the future of the
Okay, now
chair.
put your head to the wall.
Okay. They're flying in the chair right now.
That's not 90 degrees.
It's not 90 degrees.
That's so not 90 degrees.
All the way down.
Lower.
Okay.
Lower.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's not gonna be able to get it from there.
Fuck you guys.
Bring it to your chest.
Okay.
Chair to the chest. No. Here, pick up from here.
Pick it up from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chair to your chest.
Yep.
Okay, now stand up.
Hang on.
I know, right? You feel like you can do it. It's like, let me just reposition. You try to.
Wow.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I want to do it. How do you guys do it? You can't open it.
No, you can't spread the legs.
You can't open
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Keep your legs.
That's some
You gotta
bullshit.
keep your head against the wall.
That's fucking bullshit, though.
It's weird as fuck, bro. I can't explain it.
Because you guys have a penis between your legs. That's why you can't do it.
That's because I'm grounded.
Yeah. Reach your chest.
10 toes down, yes.
Okay.
Boom, motherfucker.
No, you gotta keep your head against.
No, I did. I think I get it now. I
I
think I
think
get
you
it.
backed up more.
No, I think I get it.
Yeah.
yeah, measure your feet.
Remeasure.
Okay.
No,
I get it.
remeasure.
Okay, remeasure. Go ahead.
Well, tune in for the next episode to see if Steve can finally get it. Well, he will not, but still tune in.
I don't believe it. And what, up to your chest? And then you just, oh my God, I can't get up. I can't for the life of me. Hold up, that don't make no sense. Okay, it's real life.